eyelashes are literally on my brows right now. Alright, so today we are doing the wrap-up video for 15 days of foundation. This is where I'm going to be ranking all of the foundations, all 15, 1 through 15, best to worst. If you're just landing here or you're confused about life, 15 days of foundation is where I do a new first impression video on a foundation every single day for 15 days. I've done 2 of the series now. I'm linking both of the playlists down below so you can go watch the individual foundation reviews if you want to. But this video is where I'm going to be kind of giving you my overall thoughts. I've tried all of these again, if you're wondering how I did that, in a week and a half. I've been trying out the foundations in between actual filming, so I have been trying these for more than a week and a half in between. So basically I just played around with all the foundations, mixed some of them, tried them with different powders, primers, all of that good stuff. So every product I'm going to be talking about is linked down below in the description box along with each corresponding video if you want to go check it out. Before we jump into it, I wanted to say a quick thank you for all of your support. You guys rock during, I mean, you rock all the time, but you especially rock during 15 days of foundation. It's just really fun and getting to see all of your snaps and tweets and support and everything. It's just really fun for me. And for those of you who are new, I am continuing 15 days of foundation. I do it about every 4 months on my channel. In between that, Foundation Friday is a permanent thing. Some people are confused about that. Foundation Friday is here to stay every single Friday on my channel. First impression foundation video. My video schedule is a little bit off these past couple weeks because of 15 days of foundation and the holiday, and I'm actually moving into a new office space. But in the next week or 2, videos will be back on track pretty much Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So don't worry, 15 days of foundation is a thing. It's staying. Foundation Friday is staying. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported Project Beauty Share and purchased a t-shirt. Today, when you are seeing this, today, December 1st, is the last day that the 15 days of foundation t-shirts will be available. This is your last chance to buy one. 50% of the proceeds go to Project Beauty Share. I'll link the video where I talk all about them down below, and the t-shirts and everything. I'm actually going to be announcing how much we raised together on social media. I'm going to put it on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, and Facebook. Why not? So if you want to know how much we collectively raised as the Bayrito fam, follow me on social media. I'm going to be announcing it probably tomorrow or this weekend once we have all of the orders and everything. Project Beauty Share has received tons of makeup donations from you guys, used makeup that you've sent in. So thank you to those of you as well who have done that. Project Beauty Share is blown away by all of your guys' support. So it means a lot to them and it means a lot to me. All right, that was a long intro. Let's do this. So basically what I did was I tried out all of these again, like I said, in different ways. I actually wrote notes this time around, so I have all of my notes here. I wrote down how they wore, what setting powder I used, all of the details. So I'm just gonna go through. We're gonna start best to worst because, I don't know, why not? I did do this video for the last series as well, so if you wanna know my best and worst from the other series, cereal? Did I just say cereal? If you wanna know my best and worst from that series, that video will be down below and in the little eye right now. Number 1, you could probably guess, or I don't know, this was kind of tough. The top 2, I really like both of these. The reason why this one pulled a little bit more ahead is because the shade is perfection for me. I love the shade. I love pretty much everything about this product. This is the Derma Makeup Cover Foundation in the shade 208. The lightest shade, number-wise, is 207, but the actual lightest shade is 208. Now that I've played around with this more, I love mixing this in with products. I love wearing it by itself. It looks pretty much flawless with any powder, setting spray, anything that I've used. This is stunning. It's under 20 bucks. Amazon keeps jacking up the price because you guys are buying it, but it is still under 20 bucks. Hopefully it'll stay under 20 bucks on Amazon. You need the tiniest bit of this. You get completely full coverage. It looks like skin, which is the most amazing thing about this. The finish of it and everything. I actually had people, both times I wore this foundation, I had compliments on my skin, which rarely happens. It's literally one of those products that just makes you look like you have flawless, naturally good skin, but you're getting insane coverage. A bunch of you guys have snapped me that you got this and that you love it as well. So, and I always want to know what you think of products after you try them from my recommendations. If you like them or didn't like them, products work differently for different people, which is something I always say. Even if I love something, you might hate it and vice versa. So keep that in mind with the products I'm talking about. These are products that worked for me or didn't work for me. You could and will probably have totally different experiences with some of the products I'm going to mention, so just do your own research. You can always return products. Try them out. If you don't like them, return them. But anyways, back to this foundation. So I mixed this in with a few different products. My favorite combination with this was actually with the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream, which is one of my favorite foundations at the moment. It's not a BB cream, it's a freaking foundation. I don't know why they called it that, but that one is too dark for me. So mixing this in gave me more coverage, it lightened it. With that combo, I set it with the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. I'm gonna link my favorite powders down below as well. I wrote in capital letters right here, not only amazing, but flawless all day. I love this. This is like my new love. So second place was the Clinique Continuous Coverage Makeup. This one also looks amazing. I'm wearing this right now mixed in with the LA Girl Pro Coverage White Foundation. This was also one of the products I'm gonna be talking about. I wish Clinique made more shades of this. I hate that there's only a few shades of this product. This is way too dark for me on its own, but if you have pale skin, you'll have to mix this one in with a lightener, which is obviously a downside, but the good thing is that since this has such insane coverage, when you mix in a whitener, it's really not gonna shear it out a whole lot. You're still gonna get really good coverage. I love the finish of this. Looks like skin. Beautiful product. If this one matches your skin, I'm jealous. I would wear this by itself if it matched my skin, but it also works mixing really well with foundation. So feeling this one, Clinique number 2. So number 3, 4, and 5 were kind of hard for me to rank. Actually, the rest of these, besides the last 5, the worst 5, were pretty hard for me to rank just because these are like the 2 standout products from this whole thing. The next ones I had I won't say issues, but I don't 100% completely love them. I really want to completely love this one because I love how number 3 looks right when you first apply it and for the first 4 hours. This is the Etude House Big Cover Concealer BB. This is the perfect shade for me. I think if I have one foundation shade that matches me to a T, it is this one. Absolutely love this the first 4 or 5 hours. In the review video that I did on this, you guys saw it totally separated and broke down actually twice because I had to film that clip the next day. And not even separated, it got like little beads almost. Really weird. I've never had that happen to me before with the product. But in the comments, one of you guys suggested to try it without a primer. So that is what I did. I actually have worn this like 4 times, probably 3 or 4 times, with a primer, without a primer, with different powders because I want to make this work so bad. All of that made zero difference. It still totally got beady and weird on me after about 5 hours. I still kept this at number 3 because everyone's skin reacts differently to different products. A bunch of you guys said that this one doesn't do that to you. Some of you guys said that it did. Some of you said a bunch of other foundations did that to you that are totally fine on me. I think this one is worth giving a go because you don't know what's gonna happen on your skin with it. Oh, I realized I haven't been saying skin types and stuff. Really quick, rewind. And these two, I would say fine for all skin types pretty much. If you have more oily skin, obviously set these with the powder. This one, I would say if you have dry skin, I don't think this one would be the best. This one is definitely more matte than the first two. I feel like I'm talking forever about this, but it just is good, quick coverage. I can put this on in literally like 30 seconds. I think it's worth giving a go because it could be totally fine on you. And I really like this foundation. I'm gonna continue to wear it if I don't have to be out for a long period of time. Like if I'm just going out to dinner or something, I will definitely be using this because I love it. This is the EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation. I ranked this number 4 because I think a lot of people will like this product. This personally does not have enough coverage for me at all. I think this is more on the light to medium side, but a lot of people don't want full coverage. So if you're someone who likes light to medium coverage, this is beautiful. The more I played around with it, the more I kind of liked it, but it isn't super long lasting. If you need something that's gonna stay on all night where you don't have to touch it up, I don't think this is it. But if you like light to medium coverage, I think this could work for all skin types. The shade of this, 1.0, which is their new shade, is beautiful if you're pale. I'll probably only be reaching this to mix in with other products that I either want to sheer out a little bit or lighten, but if you like lighter coverage, you might like this. So number 5, I feel like I played around with this one the most and I am so on the fence with this product. I just used this in my drugstore dupes video. I did half my face high-end, half drugstore dupes. I'll put it over here. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Foundation and the white mixer. The reason I'm on the fence about this one is that I love how it looks until it starts breaking down and getting ridiculously oily. I haven't really found a combo that it doesn't make me oily by the end of the day. Reminds me almost exactly of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation when it first goes on, which is what I did the dupe of in that video. My favorite way to apply this is only put on 1 layer, spot conceal, and I get pretty good coverage when I do that. If you like lighter coverage, you can definitely get lighter coverage with this. If you like more medium coverage, I think you can build it up to medium coverage. it looks like skin. It looks really beautiful on the skin. If you have dry skin, you'll probably love this because it goes on beautifully and it'll probably just make you look like you have a little bit of dew by the end of the day. If you have oily skin, this one I really don't think will hold up. Even with a setting powder, I still get super oily with this. This is another one for me that I like, but if I need something that's gonna last all day, I probably wouldn't reach for this. Number 6 is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. Gives you the prettiest, it really is like a healthy kind of glow. It just makes you look like you have really nice natural skin. If you're pale, this one is way too dark. Even using a mixer, this one is pretty dark, but I mixed this in with Derma and I set it with the Maybelline Better Skin Powder, and that combo was great. It lightened this product. It looked super smooth on my skin, and by the end of the day, it was dewy, but it wasn't oily. I think this one could be beautiful on more mature skin or dry skin. If you like something that's natural and looks glowy and dewy and you don't need a whole lot of coverage, I think you will really like this one. So number 7 is one that I like. I don't love it, and I feel like I have to have a certain kind of skin day to use this and to have it look really good, but this is the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. If you have oily skin, this thing will frickin' control your oil all day long. I don't get oily at all when I use this product, which is the main reason why I like it. It holds up really well throughout the day. I switched up my moisturizer. My skin has been really dry the past few days, and I actually used this yesterday, and if you have dry skin, I would say stay away from this one because it did cling to certain dry patches that I didn't notice the first time I used it. It has light coverage, but if you build it up, you can get it to medium coverage. The way I apply this is spot conceal first and then just put on one layer of this. So I would say this one would really be best for oily skin with light coverage. So number 8 is the Estée Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Foundation. I had a hard time ranking this one. I really want to like this one, but again, there's something with this product that it just looks a little bit heavy, like the Double Wear does on my skin. It just doesn't look quite as flawless at all as the Clinique or the Derma. This is so dark for me that it's to the point where I pretty much can't mix it. Mix this in with the LA Girl White Foundation and it was barely light enough. It also was still totally matte. This white product is pretty dewy and illuminating. When mixed with this, it was completely matte. People like the Double Wear. I personally don't, but if you liked the Double Wear and you like the finish of it and how it looks on your skin, but you want more coverage, you would probably love this. For me, it just looked a little bit heavy. Even when I mixed it, I'm just not totally in love with this. I think I might actually be returning this one just because I can't even really mix it. A few of you guys have asked, what do I do with all the foundations that I don't like? Do I return them? What do I do with them? And since I do YouTube, I typically keep them. I have them all in a drawer, the ones I don't like, just for different videos and so I can reference them and swatch them and stuff. So usually I don't return a foundation just so I can have it for other videos, but if I didn't do YouTube, I would 100% return them. Or if it's a place that doesn't accept returns or you don't want to return it or whatever, you can always donate it. So number 9 is the Sephora Airbrush Spray Foundation. Of course, this video has like almost 150,000 views, and this is the one where I was having like the breakdown in it. So if you found my channel through that video, that's not usually what happens. I almost wish I just refilmed that one because I just don't like talking about that kind of stuff. But anyways, onto the foundation. So in the comments of this video, you guys said the best way to apply this is to spray it directly onto a brush and then buff it onto your skin. So that is what I did. I mixed this shade with the lighter shade, and when I mixed the two, that was like the perfect shade for me. When I used a brush, I had a really difficult time layering it. It kind of just would blend away what you just put on, so I would just kind of stipple it, wait for it to set a little bit, and then do a second layer. I don't know how people get full coverage with this. I really don't. One layer of this for me was light to medium coverage. On 2 layers, I got good coverage using the brush, but it was just kind of a pain in the ass to apply, even spraying it onto the brush because of the way you have to layer it, but it lasted really well throughout the day. It looked smooth. If you just want to do that one layer, this one looked nice. Again, the practicality of this is just, I don't get it. There's just no way that I would use this on a daily basis, maybe for special events or something, but I know this is one of those foundations that a lot of people really love, so again, personal preference, wasn't for me, might be for you. So number 10, now we're getting into the ones I'm not a fan of. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Cushion Foundation. So when I used this for a second time, I spot concealed first. I actually used a beauty blender to apply it, and it went on super quick, easy. I got really good coverage. It sets to a matte finish, and it feels like you don't need to set your face, so I went in to blend out my bronzer, and weird shit happened. It got super patchy, pretty much took away all of the coverage on the area I was trying to blend. I wrote in capital letters here, so bad. I then tried to rescue my face. I wiped it off on that spot. I put the cushion foundation over again. I set it with a powder, and then I tried to blend bronzer on top, and I wrote, just looks bad still. For the money, I just don't think this makes sense. I love the Misha Magic M cushion foundation, the JCat foundation over this. For the money, I just really don't think it's worth it. Number 11, this is, why is this so dirty? This is the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. The best word I have to describe this is just average. For me, this one doesn't make sense because it's too dark on me, it doesn't have enough coverage, it just doesn't really add a whole lot. Mixing wise, when I mix products, I usually look for one thing that the other foundation doesn't have, and this one just really doesn't have anything to it that I think would be good to mix in with another product. But I think that you could like this if you like a matte finish and you don't need a whole lot of coverage. Could be worth giving a try. This one is just pretty average to me. All right, so now these last four are my least favorite. These are like the ones that for me, I probably will never be reaching for again. With that being said, there's a couple in here that I know a lot of people really love. Number, what are we on? 12? Number 12 is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation. I know a bunch of people love this. I also found out in the comment section that a bunch of people also really dislike this foundation, which I feel like no one really talks about, which I guess why would you? But I didn't realize how many people this also didn't work for. I thought it was just kind of, I had a weird experience with it. L42 confirmed, definitely different formula than L44. I just don't like this. I really don't like this. It looks so heavy on my skin. The L44 is 50 times better than the L42 that I previously had, so that's good, but I tried wearing this again and mixing it with the L42, and it just looks bad. It cakes up pretty much everywhere. It looks super heavy on my skin. Wearing this again and playing around with this, it's just too heavy for me. Okay, number 13 is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is another one like the Kat Von D that I just cannot get to work for me. I don't get great coverage with this, but the thing I really don't like about it is just the finish of it. It feels and looks very heavy. I can just feel it on my face. It feels gross on my skin. I feel like I need to wash my face off. A lot of people love this. For me, really doesn't work, and kind of my feelings on this have been confirmed. I do not like this, unfortunately. Number 14, and this was kind of like a toss-up, 14 and 15, they're both no. So number 14, Hard Candy Glamoflauge Mix-In Pigment Drops. I tried these a few different ways, by themselves, with other products. I pretty much get zero coverage with these. I don't understand it. They do lighten the product, but they just feel so oily and greasy. I wrote down, I put in 5 drops of these with the Bourjois foundation. It barely lightened it, and it also added no coverage whatsoever. If you like these, let me know how you use them and if you get coverage, because I'm like very confused by this product. Pretty much its exact purpose is to be a pigment drop. Don't think this is worth spending your money on. I do think the Cover FX custom cover drops are an investment, but they are totally worth spending your money on. I feel like my eye is like being blinded by this light right now. Cover FX, definitely worth it over these in my opinion. Splurge, get it. Number 15 is the Younique Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. This one is pure grease. That's what it feels like to me when it goes on my skin. It feels super greasy, super oily. I did not get good coverage. I figured out the Sharpie dilemma thanks to you guys. If you've seen the videos with Sharpie on their face, which is what I talked about in the video, what basically happens is the oils in this product break down the Sharpie, so it's not actually covering the Sharpie. People speculate that it's literally just breaking down the Sharpie, which makes sense because I got very light coverage with this, had to use a ton of product. Personally, I just think there are better foundations out there that are worth your money. This is what, almost 40 bucks. I can't get past the greasiness of this. Not a fan. All right, so those are all 15 products ranked. So this wraps up the second 15 Days of Foundation series on my channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. If you've purchased any of these products already, let me know your thoughts on them down below if you've tried them. I can't believe series number 2 is over. I'll be announcing on my social channels when the next 15 Days of Foundation is, but don't worry, lots of foundations coming for Foundation Friday. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.